Maybe if I talk about it in a British or maybe a Scottish accent. There is genius in Christianity. Do you know it? Do you see it? Do you feel it? For a long time I probably would have said, whatever. But it's just another one of those religions that's forcing your perspective. Maybe. This is Josh Smith, and this is Practical Theism. You know, there is genius in Christianity. Do you see it? But do you know it? Do you feel it? I mean, for a long time, I probably would have said, whatever. I mean, it's just another one of those religions that's kind of forcing its perspective beliefs in the world. If you asked me 15 years ago, why be a Christian? I probably would have said, I don't really know. Or maybe because you grew up as one. But if there's one thing that I have found, it is that Christianity and the original Catholic or universal church, there is genius in it. And not just from a simple perspective, but the deeper that you go into the theology and the interrelation between the topics of belief with the different doctrines and dogmas that the church proclaims, there is such genius there. I mean, it makes so much sense. Christianity stems from the necessary belief that God is love. I made a video on that a while back about how we can know that truth by reason, aside from the explicit stating in Scripture. But when we understand this concept, and it becomes the true center of our lives, God, or love, becomes the true center of our lives. This isn't the health, wealth, and prosperity gospel. No. This is the too legit to quit gospel. This is a humanity gospel. This is the gospel that when understood and followed, it frees us up to become all that we were made to be. When you look at the different dogmas and beliefs of the church, I think that it is really easy to look at those as, just another thing that you have to believe, rather than seeing them as a tool to free up your mind and expand your horizon. Think about it this way. If we accept the truth that God exists, we de facto approach truths in that light and through that lens. This frees the mind up to work within a proper framework. If we understand God as an intelligent mind behind creation, that ipso facto tells us that the world is intelligible or has the ability to be known. Now, what discipline in this world finds its foundation on whether or not you can know things? Science. The scientific method is completely grounded in the fact that the world has the ability to be observed, studied, and known. And we can derive certain truth from that. There is genius in Christianity. Think about love. God is love, right? That is what He is. It is not just an attribute assigned to Him. It is what He is. Therefore, we were not created out of some need, but purely for our good, because that is what love is. It wills the good of the other just because they are who they are. Now, understanding that, and that we have the imago Dei, the image of God, who is love, so we were created for love as well. What we were freely given, we can freely give, and when we do this, things fall into place in a way that they wouldn't have otherwise. There is genius in Christianity. I mean, think about your spouse, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your sister, your mother. Insert any relationship here. Which relationships thrive the most? The ones where there is a deep-rooted love. How do you know it's there? I bet in those relationships you can really feel like the other person loves you, right? Reframe it this way. Do you feel like they are truly looking out for you and what is best for you without a desire to get something in return? That is love. All of you leaders, think about your team members, think about the leaders you have. How do you feel about them? Do you feel like they are a tool for your benefit or that they are a servant for yours? Leaders, do you feel like your team is there for your gain or that you are there for theirs? See, this is the upside down perspective that Christianity challenges us with. Those of us that don't see it yet is really because we have not identified this pattern in life. And when you do see it, it becomes like it should be common sense, but common sense isn't really common, right? I mean, this is one aspect of the kingdom of heaven being on earth. The divine economy is completely counter to the world's economy. So think of opposites. The world says be self-focused. The divine says be others-focused. The world says build and store up wealth for yourself. The divine says give it away. In Luke 3:11, John the Baptist says, whoever has 2 tunics should share with him who has none. And whoever has food should do the same. See, that is the divine pattern. That is the loop of grace. That which you give away is returned tenfold back to you in ways never imagined, far beyond that which you get when you keep it to yourself. There is such genius in Christianity. We, however, cannot do this all in our own power. We are limited, finite, and in no way able to perfect this kind of love. So we need grace. We need the power of the one who is love in order to live this out fully. And in the person of Christ, he has made this power available to us, and he gives that to us in a way that is tangible and objective so that we know it is being given to us. And he does that through the oaths or sacramentum that he has given to his family in his big, bad, boisterous, broken, and beautiful Catholic Church. There is genius in Christianity. It is something that should not just be that thing we do on Sundays, but be something that we live out every moment of every day. Because the truth of the matter is that it isn't just a religion thing. It's a human thing. It's a reflection of the human condition and the plan that God the Creator has put in motion to bring us back to being fully alive the way that he created us. It pours into every aspect of human psychology, sociology, health, wealth, prosperity, suffering, you name it. God touches it in the faith he established because ultimately he created it and he wants nothing but the best for it. There is such genius in the faith. Know it, love it, and live it. And if you haven't yet, hit that like button, punch that subscribe button so you can get more of this awesome content, and we'll catch you next time.